so glad to be in the house of the Lord on this morning. And I count it an honor and a privilege to be standing before you. God is good. All the time. And all the time, God is good. I thank God for being here. Thank you, Jesus. First, I honor God to be shepherd of this house, to Bishop Raymond Ross Jr. Let's give him a hand, please. Bishop likes to mess with me because I'm also kind of different. The last time I come, I find it quite interesting that I was with you all at the beginning of the year, I do believe, in February. And the Lord has me right back here again at the end of the year in December. But you know, as I tell them a lot of times, I count it an honor to do the work of the Lord. And it's not about me, it's not about anything I have to say, but it's all about Him. And you know, most of the time I just come in and I just take my seat and I sit over there. But He messed with me this morning. And they tell me obedience is better than sacrifice. Okay. But I want you to know, as I said to him privately back in the office, and I'm going to say it publicly, I told him I would. I don't take it lightly that he is the shepherd of this house and a man of God. Would step aside on a Sunday morning and give space to another speaker. Most of them don't do that. It's all about Him. And in case you don't know, I keep it real. I keep it real. But I thank God for Him giving me this space to give you the Word of God on this morning. So let's praise God for Him again. I honor the absence of my Bishop Eunice Jones in Beckley, West Virginia, at God's House of Miracles. I honor my better half, Elder Anthony, a.k.a. Tony Wilson, co-pastor. I thank God for seeing my natural sister here on this morning. I praise God for seeing my niece here on this morning. I thank God for my natural family. I thank God for Mother Ross. Praise God for Sister Naima. She's the connector. That's my connection for years. I taught her Otis work. Yes, Lord. Get ready to retire, Shannon. Get ready to retire. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Coming on out. But I thank God for that. Thank God for spiritual family. I'm so glad to see you, Sister Quinlan. Not like nobody else. But that root runs deep right there. Her father was my bishop and overseer for many years in the Church of God of America. And I am so glad to see her on this morning. I'm just glad to see all of you. So they told me this was a youth service for the young people. But when I do services, it's for whoever God sends. The focus and the emphasis is on the young people, and I'm glad to see all of you all here this morning. I was glad to see you participating in the service. I'm not a spectator, but a participator. You're not just looking over to see what somebody else is doing, but doing what God wants you to do. But I'm not going to be before you long. I say what God has me to say, and then I'll take my seat. So forgive me, because I used to have to wear glasses all the time. Now I have to wear a seat. That's all right. And I love Mother Ross. I told her this morning, I said, I'm here seeing you this morning because she assisted Naida, my husband and my mother and my sister. And Bishop pulled a surprise on me. I turned 50 this month. And they waited till after my birthday to pull this big surprise party. It had me really good too, because I thought I was going to somebody else's surprise birthday party. And I was ready. I was going on in, walking on in, get to the lobby, walking on in. I said, where is he at? He's in there. And they got me by the arm. They're taking me in there. They opened the door. And the first thing I did, I said, why is my mother-in-law sitting at this man's guest table? And then I looked behind her and I said, why is Bishop Eunice Jones at this boy's surprise party? And then I turned and I began to look in the room. And it was all my family and friends. And all I could do was walk out and cry. They got me. It takes a lot to make me cry. I was bawling. I was like, no! But I thank God for that. I thank God for him being there and being a part of my life. All right. So today I need to talk to the youth, but not only to the youth, but to everyone that's here in the building. I need to ask you a question that only you can answer. There are a lot of people that are looked up to or idolized as someone to be like. You may want to be and do everything just like them. You take on their traits and characteristics. You want to eat like them. You want to dress like them. You want to believe like them. You want to copy their lifestyle. This could be because it appears that they are the perfect person. They got it all going on. Everything is going well for them. But do they really? We're looking at the outside. So my question for you today is, what star are you following? And the message title in itself is sort of kind of ironic and has a purpose because we are at the Star of Bethlehem. What star are you following? Now the thing about God and how he deals with me is quite interesting because Sister Naida asked me back in October. She said, Miss Wanda? She waits till she gets me in the bowl washing her hair. She knows how to do it. I said, yeah. Will you come speak to us? Now where can I go, y'all? She got my head down. I said, huh? She said, will you come speak for us? I said, yes. She said, well, then you come. It was the next week. She said, you come next Sunday? Or you come in December? I said, huh? She said, well, I'll give you a choice. I was like, thank you, Jesus. So how about December? I said, now Sunday afternoon again? She said, no, Sunday morning. I said, oh, Father. I said, okay. And the Lord started dealing with me when I went home on that Friday. And I went in, and when he gives me a message, I just begin to write what he tells me to write, study what he tells me to study, right then. Not when I want to, but right then. So that Saturday morning, about 3 o'clock, I was up in my secret closet, aka the bathroom. And I was reading and studying. It's quiet. Don't bother me in the bathroom. Don't bother me. And the Lord spoke to me and gave me this message on that day. And of course, sometimes things don't necessarily make sense to you right then as he's speaking it. But he let me know, you don't know what the purpose is behind it, but I do. All I want you to do is to be a vessel and open your mouth and let me speak. Because he's the one that does the work. My prayer was, Lord, whoever you want here on this morning, send them. Lord, save some sinner person who doesn't know you. Lord, call some backslider back that's left you. Lord, any saint that's unconcerned, disheartened, become lax, in a lull, stir up the pure mind. Because it ain't no time to be sleeping. It ain't no time to be stepping back on God. Jesus is soon to come. The signs of his return are very evident. So you better think about what star are you following. First of all, what is a star? Does the word have just one meaning? What type of star? And the star, as I have it written as he gave me, is all capital S, capital T, capital A, capital O. What type of star am I talking about? Let's talk about what a star is. When we were young toddlers, I'm sure you heard the prophet sing the song. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above, the world so high. Think I was like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. And we do wonder what a star is, don't we? So it kind of amazes us. It's a popular English lullaby with lyrics, words from an early 19th century English poem by a woman named Jane Taylor. She was 23 when she wrote it, and it was called The Star. This poem was published in 1806 in the book called Rhymes for the Nursery. Nursery makes us think about babies, young children. Rhymes, you can memorize it. It sounds the same. Okay? Then Mozart, 20 years later, when he was 25 or 26, composed a set of 12 improvisations using the old French melody, Shall I Tell You, Mother? So I discovered that there are actually 5 stanzas, but only the first one is widely known. One of the major purposes behind nursery rhymes is to learn language, sounds, and words. So it's interesting to me that she chose to write about a star, a luminous body, visible in the sky at night. The stars are considered as a noble mark of God's creative power. Read Psalms 19:1. Stars were used symbolically for rulers, princes, angels, and ministers. God likened Abraham's seed as the stars of the heavens. Hebrews 11:8 through 12 will tell you about that, and also Romans, the 3rd chapter. Stars are natural objects created in the heavens to mark the seasons and times of the earth. If you want to find out about seasons, read 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. In the world, there are certain people that you place in the category of being a star. There are privileges that these people have. When an individual rises to the classification of being a star, everybody knows them. Now, my children, I'm sure Miss Shannon is the same way. My kids feel like I'm famous because they know me. Everybody knows you, Dr. Wilson, you're famous. Nobody knows I'm famous. Everybody everywhere don't know me. But when you're a star and you become famous, it doesn't matter what part of the world you're in, everybody knows that name. For example, if you said Aretha Franklin, there was a lot of people that knew her. If you said Michael Jackson, there's a lot of people that knew him. If you said President Barack Obama, there's a lot of people that know them. They're known all over. But I'm not a star, according to the standards of the world. You may not be a star, according to the standards of the world. So one interesting place to find out where the world defines a star is the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, I've had the privilege of many times going there. My brother lived in Los Angeles. I remember the first time I went there, and I was like, oh, because you walk down the sidewalks. Anybody else been to Hollywood before? Oh, yeah. The first time you go, it's just like, ah. And you see all these names. You see all these people. And there are these stars on the sidewalk where everybody can see their names. So it has more than 2,600 five-pointed stars embedded into the sidewalks, about 15 blocks of Hollywood Boulevard, about 3 blocks of Vine Street. And it is because the first time I went, my brother made me walk all of it. We walked till I couldn't see a star. You went up on one side, he said, now the same stars ain't on that. What? Let's go. I'm trying to see all I can see. Because it was a star. It was nothing like going to Hollywood to say you saw the stars. Okay? The idea for this Walk of Fame is credited to Ian Stewart, the man who served in 1953 as the volunteer president of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. He proposed this idea as a means to, and I quote, maintain the glory of a community whose name means glamour and excitement to the 4 corners of the world. Keep that in mind. Maintain the glory of a community whose name means glamour and excitement to the 4 corners of the world. It's interesting that what his idea is what we should be doing for the true star. And if you don't know who the true star is, I will tell you. The true star is Jesus Christ. How much glamour and excitement and commitment are you demonstrating for the true star? I found it interesting. I did it. You type in people that you think of a star and you can look up the name of any of your favorite stars. But let me tell you what I did. I sit there, I said, Lord, He said, type my name in. I typed in Jesus Christ. And it said, no results found. So you can know everybody that thinks there's somebody that thinks they are the star, that may feel like it's all about them, but without him, you would be nothing. And however you became a star, it is only because of him that you are who you are. So when you don't have Jesus, you don't have anything. It may last for a season. It might last for a while. You may be built up for a while. But what about when it gets in the midnight hour? What about when trouble comes, Mr. and Mrs. Star? Who do you turn to? Well, if you read about it, that's when we have these sad stories about famous people that OD on drugs, took a gun and blew the brains out, said they couldn't take no more because they don't know the star. They're not following the star. They think they are the star. That is a misconception and the deception of the devil. Goes right back to the garden. Eve ain't gonna die. Go and eat that fruit. God just don't want you to be as wise as he is. It won't hurt you. Look at it. It looks good. And that's how the devil gets us. The lust of the eyes. Desiring things you don't need to be having and desiring anyway. It ain't gonna hurt you. Go on. And he's still telling that same lie. When you ask yourself, how did I end up where I'm at? How did this happen? It wasn't supposed to be that way. He told me that he was going to be my everything. She said that I hung the sun, the moon, and the stars in the sky. Well, they're not the stars. You got your eyes on the wrong star. What do you think about that? So the one individual, the creator of the universe, you being everything that's in it, you can't find it. No results found. The world has space for everything but Jesus. As it was, it's interesting, thank you, Lord, on his birth, there was no room for him. Are you still putting him out of everything you're doing? Is your life so busy and you think you got it all together that you need everything but Jesus? And when the bottom drops out of your world and you sitting there saying, I thought I really had it. But I went to school. But I worked hard. The signs of the time. Don't you see major corporations closing down? There's no security with your job. There's no security with our homes. The only true security, peace, hope that we have is in Jesus Christ. Put your faith, hope, and trust in him. That's the only sure foundation. Upon Christ, the same rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. If folks will prop you up, and if they prop you up, look out, because they can knock the props right up under you. Don't build your hope and trust in folks. You better put your trust in Jesus and keep it there. He's the one that gave his life a ransom. So the Hall of Fame that walk, they have all different categories that they deem important. One's entertainment. Is the devil really getting people anymore but entertainment? You want something to make you feel good. I like the way that looks. Okay? Entertainment. Motion pictures. Television. Music. Live theater. Make me feel good. Show me. Let me see. But is that what God deems important? What about you in your life? When you reflect, we have one more day in this year. And we're not promised to see tomorrow. We're not promised to see the next 15 minutes, to tell you the truth. And you know what? There's a whole lot of people at the beginning of this month that thought they would still be here to see the beginning of another year, and guess what? They gone. We don't know when our number's coming up, but I tell you what, you better be ready. You better watch the star that you're following. You better know which direction you're going. One thing about it, we all, if we're not caught up in the rapture, either way, Jesus is fine with me. If you're not raptured up and you have to die, we have to stand before God. And you have to give an account of the deeds that's been done in your body. I love my husband. Yes, I do. But when it comes to God and church, it ain't no husband. I love my sister, my nieces, I love them. When it comes to God and the church, it ain't no sister, it ain't no niece. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And I will tell you, I love you, but what you're doing is wrong. And I can't help you if I uphold you in your wrong. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. You want to be free? You want to live? You got to find Jesus. I once was young. I got saved when I was 9. I ain't as old as all y'all, but I'm getting old. Now I'm getting old. But I've never, he's never left me alone. I found out, he'll make a way. He is way. He can make one way. He is way. Lord, how am I going to do that? Just follow what I say. And that's where we know that he's God. Because we're trying to figure it out, and he's already worked it out. Why don't you just leave it alone? Take your hands off of it. Stop dealing with it. Submit yourself. Humble yourself to God. Here I am. That's what the devil don't want us to do. He wants you to feel like you have to be in control. If you were in control, there would be no need for God. But he is God. He is Alpha and Omega. Before there was a beginning, he was God. Heaven and earth will pass away, and he's still going to be God. Now, what about you? What about you? Reflect on yourself. Lord, this is my daily prayer. Lord, I'm satisfied with you. But my question to you is this. Are you satisfied with me? Is there anything else in my life that shouldn't be? Search me, Lord. I ain't got time to be looking at nobody else. You see what she had on? Oh, she come in, she sat down over there. Look at Sister Brenda. She was looking funny. Oh, what was she shouting about? You see her running around the church? Why are you spending time on that? You don't know what they would do to get to church. And what did you come to church for? What you come here for? There go Bishop talking about that again. Get yourself together and stop talking about it. Same old thing every time we go. You do the same old thing and get your same old thing. And who are you hindering? Stop and think about it. Who are you hindering? Because here you go. Come on. For some folk, you the only Bible that they see. And you want to think about who we represent. Don't give me a mixed message about God. Oh, Jesus, he'll do something. He's something. But what are they seeing when they're looking at you? Is your mouth saying one thing and your actions saying something else totally contrary? You're honoring him with your lips, but in your heart, you're far from what you're saying. Either you're going to be hot or you're going to be cold. Because if you're lukewarm, it ain't no time. It's time to get right and stay right. What are they going to think about me? Who cares? If I cared, I'd have been gone a long time ago. Folk don't always have their opinion. But opinion is not necessarily truth. They can think what they want to. It's this simple. I know who's making a way for me. I know who's keeping me. I'm saved and kept by the power of God because I want to be. There is no excuse. If you don't want it, I don't blame God. He's a gentleman. He's not going to force you to do nothing against your will. But he said, whosoever will. Come on here. You don't look to everything and everybody else. You looking for it in that man. You looking for it in that woman. You looking for it in that job. Well, I'm going to get the latest iPhone. I'm going to get the latest gadget. I'm going to get the latest whatever they got out. You can't find it in that because it's not in it. You're looking for joy and you just get the temporary happiness. Joy is in Christ. Happiness is a state. I can be happy this minute, I might be sad the next minute. But even when stuff ain't good, Sister Naida, I can still have joy. I can still have joy. So you better think about who you're following. Everybody wants to follow somebody. That's one thing I have to be really careful about as a teacher. Those little people watch everything I do and say. But they watch what I do more than what I say. I can't tell them if I'm not going to do it myself. If I tell them, I need y'all, you don't need to pick that stuff up. Before I told them they had to pick it up, guess what? They had to see me picking it up. Don't just do what I say. Let's do as I do. Let's do it together. Okay. So what about you? It ain't just Bishop. It ain't just the ministers. It's to everybody in the household of faith. What are you doing? What are you doing with what the star has given you? Are you saying twinkle, twinkle, or is your light shining?